Let's go. Let's grow.
What's going on? My name is Carlos V. Spencer. Thank you for joining us again here with another topic. And this one is in the space of fear. What is fear? Will be the question. And before even diving into what fear actually is, I would say to ask yourself the question, why am I afraid of this thing? See, powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. I'll say that again. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions will steer your focus. Questions will cause you to focus in on and give you direction on some places where you're actually going or some places where you might want to go. So I had a client talking to me before, maybe a couple of days ago, and they said a question to themselves. And they were like, I don't understand why I do this. And it was kind of a question of putting weight on themselves. I said, you shouldn't just allow the question to put weight on you. Really ask yourself the question so that you can come up with an answer because your mind is designed to come up with answers if you ask it the right questions. People see AI, Chat GPT, and many other things, and you'll see certain prompts. These are the prompts that cause questions. So if you want a certain post that you see somebody else doing, you can do the same type of post. You just need the right question, the right prompt. When you put in the right question and it asks the right thing, the proper answer comes up. So don't steer away from asking yourself certain questions and don't just ask questions on the surface level and not dig into it. So when we're looking into the definition of fear and seeing what fear actually is, I challenge you to look at your own life and say, why am I afraid of this? What am I actually afraid of? A lot of times, I'm not saying all the time, but a lot of times, the foundation of fear is sometimes sadness, sometimes it's depression, sometimes when somebody's angry, the actual foundation of that anger is fear. Why am I actually angry at this thing? Because you need to dig deep to see why this thing is actually bothering you. Where is it actually coming from? So before looking to see what fear is, ask yourself the question, why am I afraid of certain things? And here's even better, next level question. What is the fear actually keeping me away from? Now let's get this out of the way. If there's a fear that's keeping you away from danger, if there's a fear from that's keeping you actually safe, then those fears are okay. There's the fear of fight or flight, right? Back in the day, in the Stone Age days, if there's a bear or a lion or a tiger, oh my, right, out there, yeah, that fear is going to keep you safe. It's going to say, hey, we should not go out there because of the reality of what might actually happen to us. The problem is we live in a day and age where those types of dangers usually aren't the case. So if something like that is happening, yes, allow that fear to serve its purpose because it may be able to help you in those types of spaces where it's keeping you from doing something that might hurt you. We live in a day where fear shows up, and a lot of times that fear is keeping us from something that we actually shouldn't be afraid of. So let's talk about it. A lot of times, a lot of things that we actually experience today, fear will keep us back from taking a step that may cause a breakthrough in our lives. Because if you're doing something you've never done before, right? That thing that you've never done before, it could be fearful. It could be uncomfortable. It could be something that you just have no knowledge about. You don't have any point of reference for. So the fear is actually showing up because it's unknown. Your brain is designed to keep you safe. It's not designed to cause you to be successful. I'm going to say that again. Your brain is designed to keep you safe. It is not designed to cause you to be successful. Therefore, when you're doing something that may cause you to be successful, a lot of times the things that cause success are things that are on the other side of fear, are on the other side of discomfort, are on the other side of the unknown. They're on the other side of doing something that you've never done before. Because the definition of insanity is to continue to do the same things over and over again and expect a different result. So if you're doing the same things over and over and over again, and you're getting an unsuccessful outcome, and you're going to keep doing those same things, and you think that an outcome is going to be successful, that's insane. You're not going to get the same thing. You're not going to get something different from doing the same thing. If you want a different outcome than the one that you've had, you must do something different than the thing that you've actually been doing. And sometimes doing something different means going on the other side of your discomfort. It means going on the other side of something that you've never done before in your life. And your brain is saying, hold up, we got no point of reference for this. We don't need to do that. Your brain is saying, no, you're not going to be able to be successful with this. Your brain is saying, you can't do this. Your brain is saying, nah, you might want to stop because I don't know if you're going to fail in front of everybody. Your brain is doing all these things to keep you safe because it doesn't know what's on the other side of that discomfort, which could probably be success. Your brain is not designed to cause you to be successful unless you're giving your brain the right information that will dictate success. So don't allow that fear to stop you from doing something that may cause you to actually be successful. So, what is fear? I love this acronym. It says false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Fear is evidence that you're receiving that's false. It's not even real evidence. It just appears like it's real evidence. Sometimes we have a feeling that we're going to fail and you've never even tried. So, how are you going to fail at something you've never tried before? And in your own mind, you're telling yourself, I can't do something before you've actually stepped out to actually do it. I saw this video about Will Smith, and he was playing chess, and there was this chess master teaching him how to play chess. He said, "Look at the chessboard, and I want you to think in your mind where you want the chess pieces to go before you physically move them." He said, "I want you in your mind to see where the chess pieces go, and then I want you to work backwards to get them actually there." He told the chess master back, I don't know." The chess master said, "That's your problem. You're telling yourself in your own mind that you can't do something before you actually even do it." He said, "That's the fear holding you back from doing something in your mind before you actually ever do it." Fear gives you false evidence in your mind that's not even a reality yet, and it causes you not to step out to do something that you've never even attempted to do, when in your mind should be the freest place in this entire world. There shouldn't be anything that you can't do in your mind. But fear sometimes keeps us trapped because it's giving us false evidence that's not even real. Lastly, I'll end with this. When we're afraid, I heard this philosopher, this monk, he said this. He said, "I look back at the things that I was afraid of." Again, asking questions, paying attention to certain things. He said, "I look back at all the things that I was afraid of, and I saw that 90% of the things never happened." False evidence appearing real. So after he went through whatever he went through, he said 90% of the things never happened. Watch this. He said the other 10% of the things that did happen, there was nothing that I could have done to stop them from happening. Therefore, all of the things that I was worrying about and fearful of, there's literally nothing that I could actually do. So there's no reason to actually fear those things. If fear is keeping you from doing something that's going to hurt you, use it. But that's not usually what happens. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Gather data, ask great questions, find out why, the why to certain things, and maybe why am I afraid of this, and what is it actually keeping me from? And if it's keeping me from doing something that's going to cause me to be successful, I challenge you to step beyond that fear, to go beyond that discomfort, and become what you already know you're supposed to become. Let's go. Let's grow. Let's get it.